Hey everyone, welcome for another exciting episode of Reese Hollow Bushcraft. Today we're going to be covering fire starting, the Ferro Rod edition. So without further ado, let's learn how to make some fire.
Beneath the moonlit sky, as shadows dance, a solemn pact made a risky chance. He bargained his soul for his family's shield. In darkness grasp his fate was sealed. Oh Lord, hear my plea. Keep my loved ones safe, set them free. Take my soul, spare their pain. In your light, let them remain.
Okay, this is a pretty cool find. Since we're doing an episode on fire starting today, I found this milkweed pod right here. Totally dry. This right here is gold in the wild. This right here will get a fire going in a matter of no time. Found some more milkweed right here. I'm gonna go ahead and collect this too. Got some dry grass right here. I'm gonna grab this, take some of this along with me, and head up to the hut. This here is the paper birch, one of the most easily recognized trees in North America. No survival channel or bushcraft channel would be complete without talking about the benefits of paper birch for fire starting. This bark right here will light even if wet. So this is a very important life-saving bark if you're out in the woods, or if you're just out bushcrafting and you want to just hang out and really dial in those fire starting skills. This right here is the perfect bark and perfect plant to try. Another key component of starting fires is to have dry tinder at the ready. Once you get your tinder bunder started and you got a spark to it and it ignites and it's burning, you're gonna want to feed it. This stuff right here is perfect for that. Before you start putting on your heavier woods, put this really fine, dry, delicate stuff, right? This stuff right here will aid in getting that fire going. It'll be the first bit of solid ambers your fire will create to keep your fire going. I like to grab as much as I can when I'm walking in the woods. If I find some just naturally, I grab it. Okay, I think I got enough here to get a couple fires going. Let's grab a little bit more. Still got a ways to go to get to the hut. We'll see what other dry materials we can get. All right, I think that'll do us. When you're learning how to start fires out in nature, it can be challenging. You could have a lot of things not going your way. The elements could be not in your favor. The ground could be snowy, so grabbing any wood underneath this is going to be wet. It's going to be saturated. It's going to be very hard to get a fire going. But anything that's been sitting off the ground, like this is going to be dry. Hear that snap? That's that sound you want. A nice dry snap. Anything not on the ground is going to be drier than anything that's been sitting on the ground. If you find any dead cherry trees, oak trees, in this case pine tree, grab the driest branches off of it. Feel around. Some might be on the ground, and that's going to wick up some moisture off the ground, soak into it. But anything freestanding, like this right here, this is going to be dry. It's going to be able to light relatively easy. And starting a fire with dry materials is really going to get your confidence boosted. You know, if you sit there and defeat yourself and can't get a fire going, even if it's with a lighter, you know, this dry stuff right here it's just a lifesaver, really. If you're out in the woods stranded, and it's been snowing, like it has been around here for the last couple weeks, you're not going to find much dry stuff unless you get elevated. And this stuff right here, like I said, it's been snowing for, a good month. It's dry, it's brittle. You hear that snap? This will get you out of a cold situation. Okay, the first technique we're going to use is by using the milkweed that we found earlier, right here, so I can show you how well this works as a fire starter. We're going to take the milkweed, the dry grass that we found, we're going to put the milkweed in the dry grass, put the dry grass in the paper birch, okay? Then once we get the fire going, we're going to feed it the wispy stuff right here onto the dry actual firewood or larger wood. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that dry milkweed that we found earlier, okay? What a good find that was. I'm going to take that, take some of this dry grass you got, put that right in the middle. Okay, put it right in there. Take some of this paper birch, wrap that right around her nice and good. I'm trying to make a little nest, softest stuff in the center. Okay, there we go. And there you have it, the Tinder bundle, ready for flame. One of the things I like to always keep in my bag is a pre-prepared fire starter kit. What I have in here is some cool stuff I've gathered from out and about while walking around. I got some paper birch in there. I got some milkweed dander in there, a whole bunch of that. I got pine pitch. I got all kinds of small twigs. I got char rope. I got pieces of char in there. Just to make my life easier when I go out in the woods and want to spend a few quality hours or a few days. This right here could be the difference of having a very, very dry, fun weekend or being wet and miserable. So that is my tip of the week, is always carry yourself a pre-made fire starter kit. Because the more you know, the more you know. Okay, what I like to do is I like to take my knife, I like to drive her in there a little bit, just like that. That way the fire goes right where you want it. I'll just take it, put it like that. There we go. Okay. Now I'll take that thinner stuff, like this, that I got. Now I'll take it. And voila, we got fire. All right, this next technique involves char cloth right here. We'll be going over how to make this, some char rope, and some char punk wood in the next episode. But for now, we'll take char cloth, we'll make a fire bundle, we'll put a spark to this with the ferro rod, and hopefully we'll get a fire going. So let's go ahead and make a fire with some char cloth. For this method with the char cloth, I'm going to take some of this ultra fine paper birch right here. It's got a little bit of milkweed residue in it. I'm just going to grind it up. Okay. Grab a little more. Okay. As with all fire starting, you're going to want to have your wood on standby. Okay. Grab my small twigs, set them off here to the side. Okay, I got my char cloth right here. I got some paper birds right there. I'm gonna take my ferro rod and I'm gonna use my knife. It's important to have a 90-degree angle on the back of your knife, okay? And really get a spark on it, okay? See that right there? That's a spark. That right in there. You go gently blow, okay? See how we got some smoke in there? Okay, gently blow. Starting to sound good. We're getting some smoke. We're almost there. Okay. Grab some of your sticks. And there we go. We got fire with char cloth, a ferro rod, and a knife. Okay, let me show you how easy it is to get a fire going with milkweed. Here's one of those pods that we found earlier on the walk coming in here. I'm not going to add anything to it. I'm just going to fluff it up nice and neat. Just like so. Take my ferro rod and my knife. Again, 90 degrees. Okay? It's important. Watch it again if I fluff it up more. Fluff it up more. The more you fluff it, it goes up. Okay, watch again. This stuff is such a find when you're out in the wild. So, if you find milkweed, grab it, put it in your kit. You'll be starting fires in no time. Today we're going to review the Fisker's folding saw. I've actually had this saw for a while. It was one of the first saws I got when I got started. I've had it for about 10 years now, maybe 12, right around 12 years now. Let's give it a try and see if she still holds up. Right away I feel it binding like it always has. I don't know what it is about this blade in particular, but it just doesn't like to glide. It's been its problem forever. I mean, it's cut many trees for me. Yeah, it just wants to keep binding up. It's gotten me through some pinches, but I didn't keep it very long in my bag. It has been replaced. I brought it today just to show you that there's other saws out there that are a little better.